Welcome to another episode of the Global Trade Show. I'm your host, Lawrence Christoffels, and today I've got the absolute pleasure of interviewing Johanna Storm, who is the Vice President of the Swedish-Australian Chamber of Commerce Young Professionals Network. Johanna, wonderful to speak to you. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. So, Johanna, let's talk about the Swedish-Australia Chamber and this initiative with the Young Professionals Network. How did it all come about?
So I joined the Swedish Chamber as one of their young professionals about 2.5, 3 years ago now. And I've been a part of the Chamber in other ways for a few more years than that. But I just wanted to get more involved in the Swedish community in Australia. I think it's a very important part to have that connection when you are so far away from the country you were born and raised in. So it's more of having that community and also getting those connections to build on those Swedish traditions, I guess.
Well, lovely. I think that's one of the things that I was really curious about by talking to you is that so many bilateral chambers have got great heritage and cultural events. What differentiates the young professionals to the older, patriots who are involved with the bilateral chambers?
So with the young professionals, we do focus a lot on learning events, where we set up interviews or events around different areas where young professionals that are coming into Australia from Sweden can learn from people that has been in an industry for a very long time. Also, we do have mentoring programs. So older professionals, as we like to call them, can teach and learn, help educate younger professionals. And we can set up those relationships that may later develop into careers or, connections that may evolve into something bigger. So giving people that opportunity to have a network and a way of coming into the community and the society and setting themselves up in another country.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's so important. I agree. I think, especially Australia, because we are so far away from all the other continents around the world. And when it comes to Europe, it's a long way away. And people, especially if they haven't got a network established in Australia, it's so important to have this support group for them to feel welcomed and part of a different community.
Exactly.
So, Johanna, let's talk about your skill set. Your forte is event management, and there must be some great events. How did you fall into event management? What was a real passion, or was it accidental? How did that come about?
Well, I fell into event management after I studied a diploma 15 years back now in Sydney. And I started as a wedding planner at Bicentennial Park, Waterview. And I just loved it. And I was there for about just under 3 years. And then I went into cars, which was a bit of a change for me of career. And now I've been with cars for about a decade, a little bit more. And it's come back. So I went from managing events to selling vehicles, managing staff and dealerships, to now being back again with managing events for the car industry. So it's been a little bit of a circle that's now come together, done a full loop.
Right. Well, I'm sure that skill set must come in handy when it comes to the networking events that you put together with Jasmine and the team at the Young Professionals Network. So are there any sort of annual highlights events or some of your favorite events throughout the year for the network?
I think the learning events are great because it does not only bring people together, but it also brings in education, which is really important. But we did an event recently, which was a run club event, and it got a lot of hype and people were very excited. So we saw that there is actually a big market for events that you get to network and meet people and grow your connections and your database, but it doesn't have to be over a drink. It can be over something that's for your health and wellness. I think the Sydney mindset have shifted a lot with the younger generations, and they are very health and fitness focused. So we're trying to bring that into our networking events, to do something around activities or sports or something where it doesn't have to be a drink at the pub.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's a very smart move to, as you say, tap into that health and wellness, which is so important to the younger generation and increasingly for the older generation as well. So congratulations on that. Obviously, Australia is a very different community, different range of cultural traditions as well. What's some of the advice do you give to people from Sweden coming into the market? What are some of the tips and advice you try and give them as they land?
I just try to tell them to, don't be too scared. Be open to opportunities. You never know what's going to come out of it. And let every person that you meet, just keep an open mind, because you never know where that connection is going to take you. And say yes a bit more.
Yeah, that's great advice. So I think regardless of who's from Sweden or any other country coming into Australia, we've got such a wonderful mix of cultures and traditions and people that make Australia very unique. And especially when you overlay that with global trade opportunities, I think that's a really good way to build friendships and community and opportunities, as you say as well, Johanna.
Definitely. And I think that's when I say yes more. There's so many opportunities that come into your world and your calendar every day, and it is hard to choose which ones. But I just think that sometimes, say yes, go to the part that you maybe didn't think was going to be so exciting, or that networking event, or that educational event, or whichever. And you never know what's going to come out of it. So I think Sydney is one of the best places for building connections. People are so open and friendly, and it is a great city to meet people. It's easy. People are very open to meeting new people, and I feel like people want to help. They always. I've never been so open and looked after from people that don't even know me ever in my life. Apart from here in Sydney, that's why I've been here now 15 years.
Well, that's lovely to hear. And I think that in itself would be great inspiration for people watching this to come along to the event. So as you say, get out and about and meet new people. Don't be scared. The Australians are very welcoming. And I think one of the things that you mentioned Sydney a lot, but do you do any events outside of Sydney in some other states, or is it just limited to Sydney for now?
At the moment, it's mainly Sydney. So we'll see what the future holds, but it's been Sydney and surrounds so far.
Okay, well, hopefully, I think you might get some contact for some of the other people watching the episodes from other states, and they might want to reach out and say, well, come and do some things in Melbourne or in Brisbane or in Perth or Adelaide. So you never know, you might be able to help spread the word. And it sounds like some great activities and initiatives that you and the team are doing at SACC Young Professionals.
Yeah, thank you. I think we do too.
Well, thanks so much, Johanna, for taking the time to speak with me on the Global Trade Show. Congratulations on the work that you, Jasmine, and the team are doing there with the network. I'm sure many other bilateral chambers see that and can be inspired to actually tap into their own bilateral younger professionals as well, and do some more collaborations possibly in the future all together as well. So hopefully have a wonderful end of year for 2025. All the best for 2026 with your range.
No, thanks so much, Lauren. It's been lovely chatting to you, and I hope I could give you some insight.
No, that's been great. I think that's wonderful to have a different perspective.